this time. Skis his way inside the 10. First and goal. Christian McCaffrey got a bruising block from Brandon Ayuk. Got another from Ray McLeod. Turned it.
Garoppolo, first pass to Christian McCaffrey. Oh, McCaffrey turns on the Jets, and he's got a first down.
Free up the middle, inside the 10. A stiff arm at the 5, and in for the touchdown.
Use check blocking out front. Oh, a hurdle for McCaffrey. Limping his way for the touchdown.
McCaffrey again, and for the 4th time today.
McCaffrey gets it up the gut. Big hole. McCaffrey sprinting free, and he's tripped up inside the 50.
McCaffrey into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Here's Purdy on first down. Late blitz coming. In trouble. Purdy stays up on his feet somehow, and now throws.
Today for the Steelers. Purdy running and going down. 49 play action. Purdy looking end zone. Lets it rip, and he's got a touchdown to Brandon Ayuk. On first down, pressure coming. Purdy throws over the middle, and it's Jawan Jennings with
Nothing downfield. Smith Williams was chasing. Purdy gets out of there. Looking deep, back of the end.
We saw him do this earlier in the game. I think it was like a 3rd and 3, and he climbed the pocket, and he knew where the
What's good, everybody?
action.
Just setting up right now. I
pressure
see you in
coming
there,
late.
Brando.
Throws to
Battle
McCaffrey.
Sage, Michael
McCaffrey
Reggie. What's up, my
twisted
guys?
to the goal line, and
Jim, it was a little faint for me.
down the field. What a play to Kittle at the 40-yard. Purdy looking up top. Downfield he goes, and he's got Deebo Samuel. Deebo, 37, the end around.
Christian, how we doing,
Samuel
brother?
has a blocker and Kittle in front of him. And Samuel with a first down into Rams.
Blitz coming. Picked up. Purdy sets, launch.
His face throws, and coming back to get it is Deebo Samuel. And Samuel's got a first down. Here comes Deebo Samuel. Blockers in front. Williams is one of them. And Deebo Samuel's in.
You get worried about the run game, and they can sneak either Kittle or Samuel behind that.
In a long handoff, they're just doing it out of different formations and different setup points instead of motion.
Side give to Debo to the end.
Deebo Samuel, one man to beat. He's going to beat him. Touchdown.
One more day at work
49ers.
tomorrow. I'm ready for some dang football.
Picked
Let's
up.
go, dude.
Purdy
I'm about to head to
sets,
Tahoe
launch,
tomorrow for
has
the wife's
Samuel
family
wide
Christmas
open.
coming up in the snow.
Play action. Purdy looking in zone. Let's it
Purdy
rip,
to
and he's got a
Kittle is going to
touchdown
feed
Brandon Ayuk.
families. I
On
like
first and
it.
10 off play action. Lance giving
Dude, especially
time.
with
Steps
Deebo
it
playing like
wide
shit.
open, Ayuk.
And now Garendo's down, too.
Brandon Ayuk. Brock Purdy kept it alive. And wants Ayuk here. He's got him. He beats Dean. And he takes
Thank you for the sub, John. Welcome. About to kick it
Constant
off right
pressure.
now.
Ayuk right at midfield. Oh, he coughed up the football, but Samuel.
Welcome in to My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Show.
Jump into the draft scene here. What is good, everybody? Welcome in. Week 16 of the fantasy football semifinals is here. I am going to be taking questions for an hour and a half here. Starts to looking into some drafts, looking into some pick'ems. We're going to look into some DFS here as well. Fire away everything you guys have. It is crunch time. Brando says McMillan or Coker. I'm going McMillan. Dallas gives up a ton of yards to the wide receiver, man. And I just don't trust Coker off one breakout long bomb game. I mean, he took that ball deep, right? But I just still don't trust it. Let me set everything up here. Let's get PPR. Let me pull up my brackets. There we go. All right. Madison versus the Jags or Miller versus Green Bay. Both are great matchups, man. I mean, I just don't know if I trust the Raiders running back more than I trust Kendre Miller. But Kendre Miller always gets banged up every single time he's in the game, too. So that's rough there as well. Let me get my mouse over here so I can catch up. Doing good. Got some football coming. Christian in the building. John. Bo Nix or Rogers or Richardson. Strange or Muth. DJ Moore I love a ton. I like Scary Terry too. I have him at 15, but I have DJ Moore at wide receiver 11. Strange I like a lot. If Pat Frymouth is out there without, George Pickens, which he's already out, he's averaged 15 fantasy points over the past 3 weeks. So I still would go Pat Frymouth, although Strange saw so much volume that it was crazy. And then when it comes to Bo Nix, Rogers, or Richardson, Bo Nix has thrown 5 picks in 2 games. The Chargers have been getting gashed by the pass. Aaron Rodgers has passed for 302 straight. Richardson is the ultimate ceiling play at home, but he's also very risky. I mean, I think Bo Nix has an ugly game tonight for some reason. I'm not super high on Bo Nix tonight. I think I'd go Rodgers or Richardson and like coin flip that. Defensive help from Christian. Houston Texans or the Cowboys. Definitely not going the Texans versus the Chiefs. Cowboys, a lot of turnovers. They're my streamer play of the week. They get to the quarterback. They cause turnovers. They get sacks a lot more than Houston does. I think I'd go Cowboys over Houston. You don't have anyone else available on that, Christian? That's I like defenses better than that a lot, by the way. Thinking McMillan over MHJ. At this point, I ranked Marvin Harrison higher, obviously. But at this point, I have no trust in Marvin Harrison. The matchup is great. Kyler Murray has a great matchup. I don't trust him either. I mean, McMillan, back-to-back, averaging 20 points, gets a great matchup. I think I'd take that for sure. Blade Runner King, what's up? Guillotine Survivor League. Need to choose two from J Season, Bucky, or BTJ. Need to win to make the finals. Bucky. Bucky's got to be out there. BTJ, dude, Brian Thomas Jr. is at a point now where he's a must start every single week. It's bananas how good the guy is. It's crazy. Carlos M says Lutz, Sanders, or McManus. Ooh, I like this one. I'm gonna pull up my kicker chart here. Hang on. I gotta pull out of the screen real quick. So Chargers. Here's an interesting fact for you guys tonight. If Will Lutz is available, and I might even. You ready for this? I might even join you on this right now, live on stream here, because I don't like my kicker this week in the semis. So I have Tyler Bass in there right now. I think Will Lutz is here. I am going to snag Will Lutz, and we are going to rock a kicker tonight in the Chargers game with you. This is a $500 league. I just made that move in, so that shows you that I like Lutz there. So here it is. The Chargers are fourth worst in the past 4 weeks. They get up 11 points a game to the kicker because their red zone defense is very good. They got Khalil Mack back, so they're definitely going to be able to stop people in the red zone. And I think it's an ugly kicker game here tonight. Ford has the most plus matchup out of any running back this week. The only kind of worrisome thing is they might activate Deonta Foreman as well. So I don't know if Ford's going to be the full-time guy, but I still like Ford a ton this week. Joe Bordeloo, what's up, my guy? Full PPR league flex. Calvin Austin, no. Tyrone Tracy, Patrick Taylor, MHJ, D-Hop, Kincaid, Dubs, Bateman. It doesn't get any tougher than this. I don't think Bateman's going to be out there this week either. I think I saw an update on him that said, let me see. Let's see where we're at on the splash. Dang, no one's feeling. All right. Let's go Rashad Bateman. It's questionable for Saturday. He was in a walking boot today. So, I mean, chances of him playing could be up there. I saw the update of him in a walking boot. He's become their deep ball threat guy, but I would still go. I'm going Patrick Taylor, man. 49ers running back, Shanahan system. Miami's been struggling versus the run. I like that a lot. I know people are always scared to start a 49er running back when he's back up, but they always ball out. Oh, choose two. So I'm going to ride MHJ, man. I don't trust the rest of them. I don't like Tyrone Tracy. I mean, Tyrone Tracy, let me look at it like this. Let's go here. So Atlanta Falcons. Man, they've been so good versus the run lately. And Tracy with Drew Lock. I'm staying away from that. I go MHJ, even though the trust is not there at all. I go Patrick Taylor and MHJ. What's good, GOAT? I have Ladd, JC's and Neighbors, and London. Think about going Ladd. I like Ladd tonight. I think Quentin Johnson's going to draw the most of Patrick Surtain. I think he'll be good there. This is a full PPR. Need two wide receivers. You're definitely starting Neighbors. Neighbors' volume is out of control. He's seen 12 targets a game in the past 3. That's too much to ignore. Jay Season has Minnesota, man. All these matchups are great, GOAT. I love Jay Season versus Minnesota. I love Ladd tonight, and I love Neighbors too, bro. So I mean, fuck. If I had to take one of these out, I guess I'm gonna take out I mean, hang on. I want to go like this. I want to check the injuries of the game real quick because this is a very tough question right here. I think the Falcons. I was going to see if their DA goes down him. I think he's going to play. Man, the Falcons are funneling passes to the wide receiver one. I guess I'd say Neighbors, or I'd say Jay Season, but I like all of them. I mean, that's the worst thing. Saints on my bench, 2. I'm definitely not playing the Saints. You save them for next week. Yeah, that's smart. Green Bay is going to roll over the Saints, man. McMillan or Shakir. Opponent has Josh Allen. Nick, I think you got to play the block. I think you have to play Shakir. It looks like it might be a snow game as well. I mean, I'd say Shakir just because he's been balling out lately and he's become kind of their, gadget. He even got a rushing touchdown. What's good, Michael? He says Tyreek Hill or Neighbors. I mean, Neighbors gets massive volume. I'm still playing Tyreek Hill. He's the game breaker. And Waddle's banged up. I know you get the 49ers, a good defense. We're banged up as well, too. I'm not sitting Tyreek Hill in the semifinals of the fantasy football playoff, and he goes nuts and he's on your bench. I'll be pissed. Kevin says McMillan or Judy. God, man, the fucking Stefanski just decided to just fuck everyone over in the semifinals by benching Jameis Winston. I would have put Jerry Jeudy in the top 12 of my rankings if Winston was out there. The matchup is so great. But DTR has only thrown for 440 yards in the past 3 full games he's played in. So and last time he was out there, he targeted Tillman, who Tillman's back. He targeted Tillman heavy. So I don't think I like Judy this week, man. I ranked him really low. I ranked him like 32. I didn't put McMillan above him still, but I just don't know if I'm going to trust DTR at all. You got Lutz tonight. I just put Lutz in right now. Andre, my guy, what's good, brother? Shout out to you. How you doing? I got to start DJ more 100%. And there's snow in the Green Bay game, and Green Bay is going to pound the clock and pound Josh Jacobs. He's getting another 20-point game. I'm staying away from Reed this week. That's the lowest I've ranked Reed as well. I ranked DK Metcalf and Jaden Reed like the lowest I've ever ranked them all year long. Big Lou says, need to flex 2 PPR Hunter Henry. KW3. I don't think Kenneth Walker. I haven't seen the update yet. Let me see. God, man, if he's not out there, it's going to be killer for people again. If Kenneth Walker's out there, he's always a start for me. He's an absolute superstar. If he's not out there, let's look at the list. Like QJ McLeod, KWI, Nick Westbrook, Akine. Might have a chance to pick up Taylor or Kendre Miller. Only have one. If you can get Taylor or Kendre Miller, I like them over the entire list besides Kenneth Walker. QJ's probably going to draw. I mean, he drew Surtain last time they played. It's going to be tough for him against Surtain again. Oh, I mean, I'm probably going to go with, man, let's say Kenneth Walker's out and let's say you don't get any of those waiver guys. I'm going to go Hunter Henry. And I'm going to go Nick Westbrook Akine, but I don't love it at all. I mean, that's rough. I'm going Kyler Murray Flash, even though it's been terrible. I mean, his matchup is too damn good, man. I know it's hard to trust. I'm still going to go Kyler versus Carolina, even though I think James Conner's RB1 this week. And he was last week as well. Thank you for the sub, Phenom TA. Welcome. Ride my Denver defense or the Falcons defense. I like the Falcons versus the Giants. The Giants offense sucks, but Denver's defense is the best, man. They're fucking good. So this is a division game. I think it's going to be like 24-20, low scoring. I think it's going to be a really ugly kind of kicker type game here. So, I mean, I like the Denver defense too. I ranked them 6 and 7 or like 6 and 9, I believe, this week. Thank you, sir. You are my top 2 fantasy channel brothers. Your intelligence shines through your intent is to truly flush out who is truly a better play. Thanks for the playoff burst. Thank you, man. It means the world, brother. Thank you guys for all the support, all the likes, all the subs, all the super chats, donations, everything. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Bengals over Broncos. So, Charles, I don't trust DTR at all, but here's how I would look at it, right? The Bengals defense is terrible. Absolutely one of the worst, right? The Broncos is one of the best. And they're playing a division, like I just said, division close matchup. Do I want to go against DTR or do I want to go against Justin Herbert? It's kind of like a coin flip, but I do like the Bengals defense, man. I think DTR is going to struggle. But I think you can still roll out Denver D with confidence, so I think you're in a good situation. Daniel says, thanks for the help. I have T, Nico, Adams, Amon-Ra. T, Nico, Adams, Amon-Ra with BTJ and Irving. Oh, my God. You cannot bench Bucky Irving this week. Start 4. Should I start BTJ or Irving over Higgins? I'm getting BTJ and Irving. Did Brian Thomas Jr. has become a must-start regardless? Irving is a must-start. I'd start them over Higgins. I would. Kraft or Andrews. I did not like the Packers this week. I think the Packers are going to roll them over. They're not going to need to pass much. So, I mean, if Kraft doesn't get a touchdown in like the first half, you're probably looking at a Josh Jacobs, second half with Emmanuel Wilson just running it down. But you got to start Nico and Adams and Amon-Ra. I mean, fuck. That's a stacked ass roster, Daniel. I mean, Jesus. So, I'm going Nico. I'm going Adams. Amon-Ra. Those are must starts. You have to get Bucky into that lineup. The Cowboys struggle heavy versus the run. Cardinals defense, I like more than Houston's defense, especially with Hollywood Brown possibly back out there for Kansas City. Steve says, I'm rolling with Denver. They got me here. No reason to sit them. Yeah, they're my favorite defense on the year. I love the Denver D. Peanut Butter Jelly, what is good, brother? Shout out to you. How you doing? Hope the family's good. Hope you got a good Christmas coming. We're about to head up to Tahoe tomorrow. I will be live tomorrow morning, too. It's going to be a weird different time because we're leaving at noon. So I'll be live from like 9 to 11 or something tomorrow, a.m. PST time. Doing some more drafts and stuff. Let's see if the splash is filled. Phenom TA says, Lutz over Richard. I don't like the rain game in Minnesota. I've stayed away from that. I did not even put Richard in my top 10. And Will Lutz was in my streamer kicker of the week. So I just picked him up live on stream right here. I just started him over Tyler Bass. Regret sticking with the Broncos D tonight. It's the Broncos D is always a good play. I mean, they're one of the best defenses. I can't say sit the Denver D. They're too good. Colts against Tennessee with Mason Rudolph. The Colts D is terrible though. So it's like that situation you're in. You have the Bengals D and you have the Colts D. And both these defenses are freaking horrible, but their matchups are great. Or do you want to play the Denver D, which is one of the best defenses in football in a division matchup? I'm still sticking with Denver just because they're the better defense, but I like the matchups for Tennessee and Cincy, but they're not good defenses. E111, Najee, Miller, Tracy, ETN, Sharbs, non-PPR, bang, bang, Niner gang, my guy. If Kenneth Walker is not out there, Charbonnet has a great matchup versus Green Bay. Or not versus Green Bay. I'm blanking. Green Bay plays the Saints. I'm blanking on Seattle right now. Oh, the Vikings. So the very tough matchup versus the Vikings for Sharp. I said that wrong. ETN saw more carries last week. Tank Bigsby saw more carries the week before. So I don't know what to do with the Jags. ETN has a great matchup versus the Raiders. I mean, Najee has the toughest matchup versus the Baltimore front. Kendre Miller has a great matchup on Monday Night Football versus the Packers. I would rank it Kendre Miller, ETN, Sharp, Tracy. I'm not touching Najee this week. So here's how I look at it. So past 4 weeks, right? So Green Bay in the past 4 weeks ranks 9th, giving up 24.15 points per game to the running back. They do give up also a little bit of receiving work, ranking them in bottom 5 against the running back and receiving too. So Kendre Miller has a really good matchup. He's just hard to trust, man. He can go out there and play 2 snaps and get hurt like he always does. So, I mean, that's the hardest thing with Kendre Miller. Email says, so far have Saquon and Bijan. You're gold there. Jesus, Saquon and Bijan are going to go nuclear this week. And Chase Brown. Whew. I mean, you're definitely starting all of them. Or is that A.J. Brown? Brown and Adams. Okay, so A.J. Brown and Adams at wide receiver. So those solid are 4. I have 2 flex spots. Options are Kupp. You have to start Cooper Kupp this week. The Jets give up the most yards to the slot position. I know he gave you a 0 last week. He gave me so many zeros. He cost me my own freaking league last week. But Chuba Hall and McConkey. Garrett Wilson has a great matchup versus LA. Chuba Hubbard has a great matchup as well. I think I'm going Kupp and... Oh, man, do we think Breece Hall is going to be back to RB1 after the injury kind of week last week? Do you think he's going to get 70% usage? Because if he is, it's super hard to sit Breece Hall in this matchup. I mean, I just don't know how it's going to, if they're going to use Braylon, if they're going to use Isaiah Davis, if they're going to, rotate the 3. BTJ or Kupp? I have BTJ ranked higher, Flash. I have Addison ranked lower than all of them. I have BTJ at 12, Kupp at 18, Addison at 30. Man, I'm still thinking about this. Kupp, Wilson, Chuba Hall, and McConkey. McConkey is balling too. And QJ is going to draw most to Patrick Surtain. Garrett Wilson gets a great matchup as well. But it looks like Devontae Adams' show in New York right now. It looks like A-Rod's loving that chemistry being back. And now that the Jets have the monkey off their back of not having the playoff hopes, that they're playing way better. Or Aaron Rodgers is playing better either. Dude, did I get in this draft and it left me out? Okay, I'm in. Nice. Addison's that guy that I never feel comfortable with Addison, man. I know he's been popping. I know he's a solid flex play. He's just that guy. I don't know if I trust it. So, what's good, everybody? If you're in here, smash the like, smash the sub, fire away questions. I will be live for another hour and 15 minutes here, right till, or like an hour and 10 minutes. We're going to lead right into Big Draft Energy's show. You wouldn't even have to leave the chat. It'll go right to him. Nick says, Kendre Miller or Ford? I like Jerome Ford's matchup too much. Big Lou says 2 QB flex, 0.5 PPR need to Kyler, Cooper Rush, Anthony Richardson, Michael Penix. So Kyler's got to be one. I know it's risky as fuck, but Kyler has to be one. Cooper Rush has a great matchup. Anthony Richardson, ultimate upside. I cannot roll Penix out in his first game. I mean, I'm probably going Kyler and AR. And I'll show you this as well. This is the semifinals for one of my dynasties right here. Oh, never mind. This is the wrong one. It's this one. And look what I'm rolling out. Anthony Richardson at quarterback and Kyler Murray at quarterback. So I'm not just preaching it. I'm running it. Steeler Nation, Sutton or McConkey? I love Sutton this week. I have Sutton as a top 10 wide receiver. Chargers have been getting absolutely gashed by the wide receiver lately. So what I'm looking at here, they ranked 9th in the past 4 weeks, giving up 37.15 points. I mean, everything to like here in this game for Sutton. Chargers have been super strong versus the run. Round 2 of the playoffs, I'm playing against a guy with Jamar Chase, JD5. Oh, I'm on the clock. Give me Jahmyr Gibbs. JD5, Jamar Chase, Bowers, A-Chain, Neighbors, Scary Terry. Holy shit, Andre, that is going to be rough, bro. Damn, those are game breakers, man. Jamar Chase, Bowers. I think Bowers has his possibly biggest week of the season, or biggest week of the year, which is crazy to say. Nick, I have Green Bay as my number 1 defense this week, man. Green Bay is going to torch the Saints. If you're asking about Denver, I would sit them for Green Bay all the way. Young LJ, welcome back, brother. Tyrone Tracy or Patrick Taylor. I like the Niners run game here. I always like the Niner run game. It's a better team, better offensive line, better situation. The Giants suck. They never move the ball. You'd rather be on the team with the, faster pace offense, better line, better chance to score. And Patrick Taylor will be the goal line back. So, I mean, you saw Devin Singletary steal a touchdown last week from Tracy in the red zone. Flex position, Downs, Dubs, Coleman, or McMillan. So Romeo Dubs comes off his 2-touchdown game. He didn't play that many snaps. He didn't see that many targets. His first game back. I like McMillan. I like McMillan a lot versus Dallas this week. Thank you again. Love hearing you answer my questions. I appreciate it so much. Thanks again for the compliment about my lineup. Got you. Tua or Herbert. Oh, man. Both the matchups are rough for Tua and Herbert. Herbert, I guess I'd go Tua, but because the Dolphins are at home. They play better at home. Herbert has the Dolphins, or the Denver D is hella good versus the pass. So is the Niners. I honestly would think, even though I didn't rank it, I think I would take like Cooper Rush over both of them this week. That's crazy to say. I like McLaughlin way too much this week, Ronnie. McLaughlin's my kicker for. He dropped 18 points last week. You get Dallas. You're in a dome. There's no weather. Bucks offense is rolling. You have to go with McLaughlin. Peanut butter jelly. I'm so tempted. Hang on, let me pick real quick. Let me grab my guy James Conner. Let me grab Devontae Adams. All right. I'm so tempted to throw Taylor in over Brees this week. Rodgers is just force feeding Adams. He is. Dude, it's crazy. Midlife crisis. Or like I said, it's like they're playing without the playoff monkey on their back, and they're just playing free, and he's just balling out, force feeding Devontae Adams. That was 40 points and a half. He had 0 points going into the freaking halftime. That was crazy. Squints in the building. What's up, my guy? Jerry in the building. How we doing? Shout out to the boys. Stafford or Daniels point per completion league. JD5 is too hard to bench in the playoffs, Squints. I mean, Eagles game, I know the Eagles defense looks good. You're going to think it looks bad. He still has rushing upside. He has the game-breaking ability to make any play happen. The Jets defense with no sauce. Stafford, Rams are rolling. I mean, you're in a good situation. I'm definitely going JD5 still. Pay the fans. Good evening, Sleaze. Need help. I had Waddle as my wide receiver 3, but he's hurt. Who do I start? Pittman, Worthy, Watson, or McMillan? Oh, man. Worthy is going to have now adding, Hollywood Brown as well to the mix. Looks like he might be out there this week. Practiced him full twice or 2 weeks in a row. Watson's your home run hitter. I don't think Green Bay's going to need to pass much. I mean, I think, Jordan Love will still get to 20 points, but McMillan's been balling, bro. I think it's got to be McMillan. I don't know if I trust Pittman with Richardson. I know they're at home. I know Tennessee's done. I mean, I'd say Pittman is your safe play and McMillan is your upside play, if that kind of breaks it down in a different way there. 40 views in the building. What is good, everyone? Playoffs are here. Thank you guys for all the follows. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for all the support this season, man. I'm going to try and catch up on every single question here. Leo says Taylor Jr., so Patrick Taylor Jr., I'm assuming. Brees, Pacheco, Kendre, start 1. Oh, man. It would be Brees to me no matter what if I knew Brees was getting the full workload. But I just don't think he's going to get the full workload. So that scares me away. Pacheco has been struggling. Very tough matchup. Kendre Miller has a great matchup. Patrick Taylor has a great matchup. I think I'm going Kendre on Monday night. And that's crazy to say. Like, I want to say Brees with all my heart. Like, he barely scored a touchdown last week to save everyone's that started him. It was freaking ugly for Brees Hall. I really want to say Brees, but I'm going to go Kendre, but fuck, you got to start Brees, I guess. Fuck, that's too hard. It's in my head. Go with Brees. Brian Robinson or Jacoby Myers. I like Jacoby Myers more there. The matchup is great. Aiden O'Connell is back. Brian Robinson's playing against the very tough run D in Philly. McManus or Jason Sanders. Jason Sanders has been on one. There's no weather there. It looks like McManus may have some rain in the Green Bay game. So a little worrisome there. I'm going to take Cooper Kupp and let everyone sleep on it. I'm also going to take Trey McBride. So I think I'm going Sanders. Niners D is very good in the red zone too. 39 people, 15 likes. Jerry says, smash the likes. Smash the likes. Thank you guys for all the support, man. Robert says, who would you sit between London, B. Thomas, and Neighbors? I'm sitting London. And the reasons I'm sitting London is because it's Pennick's first game. They don't have any chemistry together. Brian Thomas Jr. is never a sit. He's absolutely out of his mind. And Neighbors has seen too much volume. I know it's crazy to say sit London, but do you think that the Falcons are going to need to pass much to beat the Giants? I mean, the Giants are terrible. Fabian says, who would you start, Jacoby Myers or Patrick Taylor? I'm still going Jacoby Myers there. I like Jacoby a lot this week versus Jacksonville, especially with Aiden O'Connell back. Bunny Hop says, sit 2, Devonta Smith, Juan Jennings, Chuba, Judy. Sit 2. Oh, man. I'm going to go with Juan, and I'm going to go with Judy because I do not trust DTR at quarterback. What's up, babe? Smash the like, says Leo. We got the Vikes or the Bills D. Oh, my God. I have the Vikings at 2 and the Bills at 3, Leo. So that's put them in a hat and pull one out. I love both the defenses this week. I mean, look what Green Bay did to Geno Smith last week. And now the Vikings blitz like crazy. EB, what's up, my guy? Shout out to you. Welcome back. Christian Watson, Xavier Worthy, Pacheco, Westbrook Akine, Jalen Warren, Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers, no matter what this week. Brock Bowers is going nuclear. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. So many of these rookies ended up being league-winning. Bowers has been unbelievable, Andre. Unfreaking believable, bro. Let me catch up here. See, I'm staying away from Higgins. DK Metcalf, Keenan Allen, T. Higgins. Let's get a little Neighbors. Let's get our flex first. Let's go Kyren. This team is nasty, bro. Jahmyr Gibbs, James Conner, Adams, Cup, Neighbors, McBride, Kyren. We'll see what quarterback falls back. Glad says flex 1, Judy, Thielen, or McMillan. Man, I want to say Judy so bad. It's just that freaking DTR is the quarterback, man. Man, the Browns really did us all in on week 16 with that stupid Stefanski move. I'm going Thielen. I mean, it's a toss-up. McMillan's been on fire. Both the matchups are solid. I go on Thielen barely. 51-49. Like, it's super close. B. Reed, I'm going Patrick Mahomes here. Even with the injury, I like the matchup. Houston's very good versus the run. They struggle versus the pass. You're going to have Hollywood Brown possibly out there as well, too. He's practiced 2 weeks in a row, so he looks good to roll. I don't know that he's good to roll, but looks like he's good to roll. Bandit says Gibbs or Barkley RB1. I'm taking James Conner this week as the RB1, but I have Gibbs at 2 and I have Gibbs at 2, Barkley at 3. So with the Cardinals, you now have Trey Benson banged up. He might not play. Didn't practice all week. You lost DeMercado to IR, so it's going to be James Conner 80-90% workload. He's going to go bonkers against Carolina. Chaz. 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. A.J. Brown, Devontae, Bucky, James Cook. Oh, my God, bro. So Jaden Daniels or Kyler Murray. The quarterbacks fell. You guys ready for this? Watch this. This is how high I am right here. I'm going to take Caleb Williams over all these quarterbacks this week. That's bold, baby. This is a stacked team, Chaz. 1 wide receiver, 1 flex PPR. A.J. Brown, Devontae, Bucky, James Cook. Starting Saquon, Chase, and Connor. So you have to start all them. I mean, I like every single one of these guys, man. I mean, James Cook probably going to be a game script where it's run heavy. They probably roll over New England. Bucky has one of the best matchups versus Dallas. Devontae has one of the best matchups versus the Rams. A.J. Brown just showed everyone and shut him up. And they're going to get a division game with Washington, which is a decent matchup. I mean, I'd say Bucky's the guy that I definitely want to start. Like, can't not sit because the matchup is gold. But Devontae Adams is getting fed like a machine from fucking Aaron Rodgers. It's nuts, man. I mean, Devontae Adams, A.J. Brown cannot sit. Devontae Adams and A.J. Brown is what I'd say. But God, that's a good situation. Matthew says J season or BTJ. That's BTJ for me. BTJ should no longer be a question for fantasy football. He should just be in your lineup every single week. He's a superstar stud as a rookie. It's crazy. I like Patrick Taylor over Marvin Harrison Jr., young LJ. I do not trust Marvin Harrison Jr. at all. He's been a boomer bust, terrible fantasy pick this year. I cannot say with any good reasoning why you should start Marvin Harrison Jr. Bench 2, Stevenson, Swift, Ford, Taylor Jr. So Ramondre Stevenson's got a little sneaky upside here in this week because it could be a snow game. Could be a game where it's mainly, passing to the running back, and it's going to be really cold. You're at Buffalo. Buffalo struggles versus the run. I sneakily like Ramondre Stevenson. DeAndre Swift has his revenge game narrative here, but Roshan Johnson is back. Jerome Ford has the best matchup versus the Bengals, but it looks like you might get Deontay Foreman back too, which could take away goal line work. And Taylor Jr., I like a lot for the Niners this week. I'm going to go with Stevenson. I'm going to go with Ford, though, still. Matthew says, Vikings defense or Falcons defense? I have the Vikings ranked as my number 2 defense. You said them. Don't forget it. The Vikings defense is so good. Brian Robinson Jr., I do not like this week's squints. Kendre Miller, I like a lot. It's not ugly. I like Kendre Miller. Their matchup versus Green Bay is great. Tyjae Spears, if Tony Pollard doesn't go, Tyjae Spears is a smash. 100%. I mean, he dropped 24 last week all through the passing game, though, not the running game, but still. Thank you for the sub, Clutch. Welcome. For sure, I got you, Clutch. Ronnie says it's supposed to snow in Green Bay. It's supposed to be, well, let's see. Green Bay. Let's hit a little AccuWeather here. I thought it was rain. High of 32, 1 to 3 inches of snow, heavy rain. Yep. That really fucks everything up. Yep. So this is why I was really low on Jaden Reed. This is why I was low on the Packers wide receivers. This is why I was low on Kraft. And this is why I was so high on Josh Jacobs. I had Josh Jacobs at 3, Bandit, and I had Barkley at 4. Taking a flyer, starting Caleb Williams. Do I trust the Falcons second week in a row? Dude, Caleb Williams, guys. So everyone's panicking because Caleb Williams had a couple bad games, right? And that's a given, right? The Detroit Lions are missing all 5 of their stud starters from the beginning of the season. They're all out for the year. They have to score points at will. Their defense is going to get torched from here on out. Every team that plays against the Detroit Lions, you should be starting a lot of people from that team because their defense is shambles. And I'm not starting Penix in his first game in the playoffs. That's too bold. David says, pick 1, Jerome Ford. I like Jerome Ford a ton. Jerome Ford, for me, easy right there. I ranked him super high this week. Cincinnati's 32nd versus the running back in the past 4 weeks. And receiving work, too. They really struggle. Phenom says, I threw Lutz in. I was already considering it, so why not? I joined you as well. I just threw Lutz in right now. I have Mixon in the flex, J Season, Addy, Chase Brown, A-Chain. May have to swap Addy for the rain game. Do we ride Mixon at KC? I mean, you have to ride Joe Mixon, but the matchup is rough. I mean, Kansas City is very good versus the running back, but he sees too much volume, man. He sees 20, 30 touches a game, or like 20, 25 range. You can't sit Joe Mixon, especially with the touchdown upside in the red zone. That back and forth you just did over Brees question is exactly what I'm doing. Dude, that was a great question, Leo. I mean, I was still thinking in my head about Brees Hall since we talked about it, man. I don't know what to do with Brees. I mean, that last game was so ugly. Oh, my God. Did I miss this whole draft? I didn't. I'm going to hop in. If you guys are on Drafters, I'm hopping in another splash right now. If you guys want to join in and draft with me, these are just weekly drafts. Instead of doing a DFS lineup, you draft your lineup as it goes. Phenom says Myers, Flowers, Marv Jr. I like Jacoby Myers there. I ranked Marv and Flowers really low this week. Ferguson or Okonkwo. Oh, man. Chig had a game, right? And now the question is that Mason Rudolph is in. Is Chig going to see 10 targets again? He has a great matchup versus Indy. Oh, I was waiting for someone to bring this up too. I don't trust Chig in the semifinals, but it's the opportunities there. What's up, babe? Clutch Game says starting JJ, Nico, and T at the flex. I got one flex spot left. Is it DK Worthy or McMillionaire? Dude, DK Metcalf has been terrible. DK Metcalf has one of the best matchups in football this week. He had the best matchup last week and did nothing with it. And now you're going to have Worthy with possible Hollywood Brown against the Bills. The Bills are very good versus the pass. They struggle versus the run. I'm gonna get bold. I do not trust DK, even though I rank DK higher. I'm gonna get bold and say I like McMillan better. Higgins or Ford from Ronnie, full PPR. I like Ford a lot this week, man. I think I like Ford. So I rank Ford as my RB 17 and Higgins as my wide receiver 14. So, and if you guys want to see the rankings that I have at all, you could ask anytime. I think I still have. Oh no, they're all empty. Never mind. I could pull them up though. I think I'm going Ford. I like the floor of Ford. It's gonna be about 14, 15 points probably. He's gonna see a ton of work. The Bengals are struggling versus the running back. I'm high on Ford this week. T Moore says QB Daniels over Love. JD5. Yeah, you have to sit Love. I mean, I had him as a smash play and everything. Now there's snow coming. You got to go JD5 there. I like Strange over Kraft. I don't like the game script for the Packers at all. So I'm definitely going Strange and JD5. Leo says Geno, A-Chain, Chase Brown, Jamar Chase, AJB, Kels, James Conner. Okay, so this is a versus. Hurts, Kyron, Brees, Jettis, Puka, McBride, Cup. Geno, A-Chain, Chase Brown, Kels, James Conner. I'm going with the top team. I think you're going to have Jamar Chase, massive ceiling. A-Chain, Chase Brown, give you 20 anytime. James Conner's my RB1. I don't like the Cup, Kyren, Puka, Ram stack altogether. I mean, that's banking on three guys all popping in one game. That's tough. Aubrey is super hard to sit, man. He can kick from 60. I still like Aubrey, even though the Cowboys offense. It's getting better with Cooper Rush, though, by the way. Let's see where we're at here. 1 of 5. Get in the drafters. Get in there, Andre. Do I trust Patty or pick one of these guys off waiver? Penix, I don't trust in his first game. Geno's banged up. Russ is not even an option with no Pickens. He looks terrible. A-Rod and Patty would be my decision. And if you get Hollywood Brown out there, like I said, the Texans are very bad versus the pass. So I mean, I'm probably going Patty. But A-Rod's interesting, but I don't trust Penix, Geno, or Russ. What's up, Matt? Aubrey. I'm going Aubrey as well. McManus, now that we know there's snow coming on Monday night, I'm staying away from the Packers kickers for sure. Squints, got you, brother. Gabe says, Goff or A-Rich? Goff. Dude, Goff is like a must-start quarterback for the rest of the time in fantasy football. It does not matter the matchup. The Lions are going to have to score every single drive at will. They have so many weapons. Their defense is going to get blasted for the rest of the season. Goff has to be a smash start, top 10 QB the rest of the way. Ertz is in concussion protocol, so he's probably not going to play. He's 36 years old, Gabe. He's not going to make it back. I like Pat Frymouth a lot with Pickens out. I'd take Pat Frymouth. I ranked him tight end 7. I ranked Ferguson tight end 13. Christian says Herbert, Tua, A-Rich, or Robert Rogers. Oh, man. So if I'm going by my rankings, I ranked A-Rich 16. I ranked Tua 17. And I ranked Rogers 18. So, and I talked about it on my ranking QB video. I was like, this layer right here in the middle is like a crapshoot. I was like, all 5 of these QBs are I rank them kind of the same. I would go with A-Rich for the upside. You have no weather to worry about. You're in a dome, but they're all going to be close, especially with the rushing upside he gives you. He rushed for 47 yards last game, or 46 yards. What's up, Caesar? He says PPR league, start a wide receiver, running back, and a flex. Lad Devontae Adams should never be a question. Right now, he's on absolute fire. Jonathan Taylor should never be a question. And honestly, I'm going to sit Lad. I'm going to take James Cook. I'm going to take the snow game. I'm going to take that they pound the run on the New England Patriots more than I'm going to take Ladd versus a very good Denver D. Phenom says, appreciate your response. Just found your channel a few days ago. Good luck this week. Thank you, man. It means the world. Let me get some Gatorade in here as we keep them rolling. Keep the questions rolling. I got about 45 minutes left, and we're going to head to Big Draft Energy Show. And on his show after this, we're going to go over every single pick-em, every single matchup, everything we like. So if you guys, like betting, you like DFS, stuff like that. This show that I do before is for you guys to answer questions. His show is for, we answer questions on there too, but mainly like the betting side and the community of like DFS, drafters, stuff like that. Caesar says different league PPR, Najee, Tracy. I don't like Najee or Tracy this week. I like Patrick Taylor. I'd stick with the Niners. I'd stick with the good offense. I'd stick with the good quarterback. I mean, Russ has no weapons. You're going up against the number 2 rush D with Najee. He probably has touchdown upside if they get to the red zone. Tracy and the Giants have been absolutely putrid. Offense is terrible. Patrick Taylor's in a better situation. Here's peanut butter jelly. Here's what to do with Brees. If I sit him, you start him. He'll go off for 30. If I start him, you sit him. That's the hard part, right? Like, Brees Hall is the most ridiculous choice this week for fantasy football because the matchup is beautiful, but I just don't know how much he's going to be out there. Fabian says, choose one. Jacoby Myers, Adam Thielen, Kendre Miller. I like Jacoby Myers a lot. I like him more than Adam Thielen, so if you need that to cancel that out, I don't think Thielen's on that list. Kendre Miller is a really interesting play, but it looks like there's snow going to be on Monday, and Green Bay in the snow is going to be a nightmare for the Saints. So I'm going Jacoby Myers, just, weather-based, and the matchup is beautiful with Aiden O'Connell back. I would not start Marv over DK, Antonio. I don't trust Marvin Harrison at all. I mean, DK's trust is gone, but DK's matchup is way better. Minnesota just hemorrhages yards to the wide receiver. Ray Gamer, what's up, my guy? He says start 2 non-PPR. So we're going for touchdown upside non-PPR. So your touchdown upside is less with McConkey. Garrett Wilson, I think they're just feeding Devonta. I'm going Jacoby Myers and Kupp. Just because it's non-PPR. Jacoby Myers is such a good matchup. I think Kupp is going to have a revenge game after the 0. Not like a revenge game, but like a revenge game for himself. And the Jets, they give up the most points on the season to the slot, which is where Kupp lines up. Dave says, what's up? Who to choose between Ridley, McMillan, or MHJ? And also, is Bo Nix a strong start? I'm not high on Bo Nix tonight. He's thrown 5 picks in 2 games. The weapons they haven't had all year, it's coming to fruition. They've got tape on him now. At the beginning, when he got hot at the beginning, now it's been a different turnaround. And the Chargers defense is damn good, man. They're number 1 in points per game on the year, but they have been giving up a lot of passing yards, so that you can go with that. But I'm not high on Bo Nix tonight. I have him at QB 14. Between Ridley, McMillan, MHJ, I was on the Ridley train. It kind of bit me in the ass. I'm going to go McMillan. He's on fire. The matchup is great. I'm going to ride the lightning with McMillan. What's up, Driz? Silent kicker options. Dicker, Sanders, McManus. It's got to be Cameron Dicker tonight. So let me pull this up for you real quick. Go back to my chart. So for tonight's game, and if you guys do betting or anything like that, Pick-EMs, DFS, gamble responsibly. For tonight's game, right? The kicking options, right? So when you're looking at Will Lutz, the Chargers in the past 4 weeks are giving up the 4th most field goal points. The Denver Broncos are giving up the 7th most field goal points. So tonight, the kickers are very good plays tonight. Hunter Henry, Kincaid, or Noah Gray. I'm going Hunter Henry here. I know Kincaid led the team in targets last week, his first game back off injury. There's a lot of weapons in Buffalo, and the weather looks terrible. And I just think if he doesn't score early, it's probably going to be, more of a run game for Buffalo. And Hunter Henry is going to be the focal point of the offense. In a short snow game, short passing, I like Hunter Henry more. Driz, Silent, Muth, Strange, or Njoku. Oh my God, bro. Dude, I ranked it. Muth is number 7. Okay. Strange is number 9. Let me pull it up. Look at this. You just hit the nail on the head. Why are the rankings gone? Why are the... Oh, because I transferred it all to my other PC. Okay. Well, so in other words, I had... Go here. I could do it like this. Hyde is my guy ever. So, I put Muth at 7, Strange at 9, and Njoku at 10. That is as close as it gets to a question for a tight end start right there I've ever had. I like Pat Freiermuth. He's averaging 15 points without Pickens. You get the Ravens. They struggle versus the pass. I like that a lot. I like Strange's volume. Njoku would be a monster, but you have DTR at quarterback, so it really hurts him. If Winston was out there, I'd have put Njoku in the top 3. So I'd probably go on Pat Freiermuth. I mean, I do like them all, though, so they're all good plays. You're not in a bad spot. Go with your gut, as well. Chris Moraga, what's up, my man? PPR Flex, Tracy Dobbs, Hawkinson. Tracy, Dobbs, or Hawkinson. Oof. I don't like Dubs. I don't like a lot of the Packers now that it's going to snow. Hawkinson's still not seeing his tight end 1 usage. He's still at 60% snaps. Or 65, 64, 68. I go Tracy for the safe floor play, even though it's been really ugly for the New York Giants offense. I don't know if I'm going to trust a touchdown for Hawkinson and Dobbs. Broncos or Colts, I like the Broncos there. Like when it comes to the Colts, we talked about this earlier. When it comes to the Colts-Bengals situation, right? They're great matchups, but they're terrible defenses. So I get that. Yeah, you're playing in a great matchup, but the Broncos are one of the best defenses in football. So I'm still sticking with the Broncos defense. Hawk or Brenton Strange? I ranked Brenton Strange higher. I think he's going to see more volume. He has a great matchup versus the Raiders. I like Strange as a tight end 1 play this week. He's in my top 10. Did you see Monty avoided surgery and is going to try and play in the playoffs? He's just going to get hurt again. He's had a long injury history that people kind of forget about, Andre. Bryce says Lutz or Richard. I'm going Lutz. Richard looks like there's rain in that game. Franklin says Bo Nix tonight. I'm taking Caleb. Caleb is my QB6 this week. So let me get into this Caleb Williams. I'm taking this one. This is like one of my boldest calls of the year right now. So I'll go down in flames with it as well. You know that I like to show transparency if I'm wrong, right? So Caleb Williams, right? Here we go. Last time they play the Detroit Lions had 3 of their star players on defense, right? They were at Detroit in a dome. He drops 26 points, okay? Now, 2 weeks later, they've lost 3 star players on defense. They've lost Carlton. They've lost McNeil. They've lost Anzalone. 3 baller-ass defender players. Detroit is going to get smashed on defense. I love Caleb Williams this week. I know it's bold, but I'm all in on Caleb Williams. The research, the information is there. I'm starting him in a couple playoffs or semifinals. I know it's risky for you guys, but this is one thing that I'm taking a big call on this week. Donald Cruz, thanks. Young Eldest is AJ Brown questionable. Don't panic till Friday on the questionable tags. Friday is always a big day. Dicker, Aubrey, I like them both. I like Aubrey. I mean, Aubrey is so hard to sit, man. Do I go with Breece Hall over Garrett Wilson? I would. I think it's just become the Devontae Adams show. He's just feeding him like crazy. I ranked them 9 and 10 Driz side by side. I like both the kickers tonight. If you want to use statistics, the Chargers are worse versus the kicker than the Broncos are. The Chargers are 4th worst. Chargers are 4th worst. Broncos are 7th worst. So they're both good plays. Davey, I have Cortland Sutton in my... I think I ranked him wide receiver 10. 28th versus the wide receiver, 36.5. I put Cortland Sutton as a wide receiver 10 this week. And here's why. So when you're looking at the Los Angeles Chargers, they're one of the best defenses in points per game against them. They're number 1. But in the past 4 weeks, with all the injuries happening and their secondary getting, beat up, they're getting up 37.15, which is 8th worst. And they're giving up 676 passing yards and 5 TDs to go along well with it, which is tied for last. So they've been hemorrhaging to the wide receiver. That's why I like Cortland Sutton. Plus, he's seeing 9+ targets a game. The rule says rate this team in a normal PPR league. Penix, Bijan, Gibbs. God, Bijan and Gibbs. A+ right there. Jay Season, Marv. I love Jay Season. He broke out way more than I thought. Marv, I don't know what to say about that guy. A.D. Mitchell was the guy I was super high on in the draft, and he's just never gotten the opportunity. I loved him out of Texas. God, this thing is not feeling at all. Pitts. Dude, how about this, chat? Put a 1 in chat if you're willing to drop Kyle Pitts right now in redraft fantasy football. Type a 1 in chat if you're willing to drop Kyle Pitts right now. Swift and the Browns D. Normal PPR league. I'm Browns D. I'm definitely not playing versus Cincinnati. That's crazy. Swift, I like the revenge game narrative. It's there, but you do have Roschon back. Pitts, I'm not touching. I'd say it's gonna be a close week for you, but you have Bijan and Gibbs to carry. Michael Regine says, kicker question. I have Dicker the kicker tonight. I know you said you like Dicker, but what do you think to switch him? Not McManus. No way. Now we found out that there's snow coming to the Green Bay game. Fairbairn, Dicker, or Cardi. Cardi? Dude, Cardi is my Caleb Williams call of the week. Cardi is my kicker 3 on the week. The New York Jets have been giving up the most points to the kicker position in the past couple weeks by a mile. I like Cardi a lot this week, guys. Where do you find your tier list? I do all my rankings all myself, the roll. So I start Monday night, and I just start scribbling it down, laying in bed, start looking at all the stats and everything, and I keep a, Excel sheet going for the entire year on my streaming PC. Flex full PPR, Walker or Charbonnet? Dude, if Walker is starting, Michael, you're always starting Kenneth Walker, for sure. Whoever's starting, or Thielen or Bigsby, I would go Charbonnet over Thielen and Bigsby still. 10 teams have PPR. Choose 3 from Dr. Creator. What's up, my guy? JT must start. I mean, he got 100 yards. He did almost cost people their playoffs last week with a boneheaded play at the end zone. Neighbors, too much volume. Jay Season has a great matchup. James Cook has a great matchup. I would say my number 1 lock would be to start JT. But I would say out of the other 3, you just pull a name out of a hat because I like all those players a ton. You're in a great situation. I mean, so if I give you a breakdown, I put it like this. Neighbors has seen 12.5 targets, the most for a wide receiver in the past 3 weeks. James Cook has one of the most advantageous matchups in a snow game where Buffalo could run over New England. Jay Season is playing the Minnesota Vikings, who are 32nd versus the wide receiver in yards allowed. So I like all 3, but JT I'm never sitting. Also playing Kyler. I'm playing Kyler over Herbert as well. A-Rod is, we talked about this earlier in the stream. A-Rod and Herbert or A-Rod and Kyler are close, but I'd still go Kyler. And got Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is a must start. I'm still going Kyler. Rushing upside. Matchup's great. Jordan Love in the snow. Darnold in the rain. I'm going Aaron Rodgers there. I ranked Aaron Rodgers higher than him anyways without even... I didn't have the snow update for my quarterback rankings, though, in this game.
Tómate un break de cocinar con Popeye's Festive Family Box. Un montón de biscuits, acompañamientos regulares.
All the rankings. And Aiden O'Connell, so A-Rod is at 18. I put Darnold at 10, but now there's going to be rain. And then I had Jordan Love at 9, but now there's snow. So, I mean, A-Rod, no weather. You could play it safe. He's passed for 302 straight. He's got a ton of weapons. I mean, he even rushed for freaking 40+ yards last game, which is crazy at age 41. Pitts is on the waiver my league right now. He got dropped a month ago. Dude, he's so terrible. Pitts is a guy you cannot trust right now. Who wins here in standard? What's good, Scrappy? Standard 10-man, so not PPR. 1 team, 10-man. Lamar, dude, last time Lamar played Pitt, he really struggled. It was his lowest outing of the year. I believe it was 14 points. Let's see if my memory is on point. 15.88 points versus Pitt. That's his lowest outing of the year. So he does struggle versus Pitt. If there's any hope to stop Lamar Jackson, it's the Steelers. Cup, I think Cup has a big bounce back game. Bijan, smash. Gibbs, smash. Kyron Williams is smash. Vikings defense is my number 2 defense. Team 2 is Baker, Hill, Jennings, Barkley. Connor's my RB1. Barkley's my RB5. Irving is an absolute smash. I love Laporta. Fuck, man, that's going to be close, bro. I think the team with Bijan and Gibbs is going to take it by a little bit. But, man, I'm super high on Laporta this week. I like him a lot. If Pollard misses, Spears is an absolute smash, 100%. Thank you for your time, my man. Great answer. I'll ride with Kyler Murray 1. Have a great night. God, Kyler's been a struggle, man. Absolute struggle, but I'm down to ride it versus Carolina. I still ranked him high. I still have faith. I just don't trust Marv. Splash is not filling at all. How many are in here? Leo says standard. Need 2 of 4. So we're looking for touchdown upside standardly. Jerome Ford, McLaurin, Brees, or Jennings. I'm definitely going with the Denver D. Dude, like these matchups, like we're talking about Cincy, and then their good matchup, right? Versus DTR. You got the Colts versus Mason Rudolph, and you got the Arizona Cardinals, right? Going up against Bryce Young. So these are all terrible defenses, though. I mean, I know Arizona had their little run at home of 3 games, but they played no one. I'm still going with the good defense in Denver. I'm going with Anthony Richardson over Nix because Nix is, I don't trust him tonight. He's been struggling. 5 picks in 2 games is really, really making me nervous on Nix. I'm going to go with McLaurin, and I'm going to go with Brees just for the touchdown upside. Lamar got 17.88 in one of my standard leagues for Yahoo when he played the Steelers. Did he different scoring system, or what do you got there? This is just standard PPR. So this is no bonuses. This is just a regular 1-point PPR league. He got, where is it? 15.88, 16 for 33, 207, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 46 yards rushing, sacked twice in that game. It's the only time you're ever rooting for Lamar is right now. I love it. Here's the thing. I have him going right here as well. Oh, wait. This is a different one. I don't know what to do. So I already lost Kamara, Pickens, and Garendo. This is real fucking fun. I have Purdy, A-Rich, and Lamar. And it's a struggle. I don't like Jaden Reed here. I guess we're going to go Pittman. Oh, my God. The pain. The absolute pain. So, if you guys are new, smash that like, smash that sub. Got about 15 minutes left, guys. Thank you guys for all the support today. It's been absolutely amazing. Thank you guys for all the new subs. Welcome to the channel. Thank you guys for all the likes. And then as soon as it ends, we will head right to Big Draft Energy stream. So you won't even need to leave the chat. It'll lead right to his. You just stay there and I'll send you over there. And then we're going to cover every single game, every single pick-em, everything we like. Pickens is out for the game, Ray. Pickens is not playing this week. That update hit about hour and a half ago. Or like maybe a little longer than that. Dominic, Chargers or Broncos? Man. Some of these questions are so tough, bro. So here you go.
We found Sprizzy through
I'll pull it up for you at the time.
much. I was looking for a way to market.
And I had a really tough time with this one. Not going to be good. That's the only ugly division. I ranked the Broncos 9 and the Chargers 10 side by side. I did rank the Colts higher. Now that I did that, I want to take that back. I'd put the Broncos at 7 and the Chargers at 8 and the Colts at 10. Like all these defenses are great matchups like we're talking about. The Denver defense is so good. I'm going Stafford there. I'm going to jump ahead on that one. Club. I don't like Knicks tonight. I'm going Stafford there. Flex spot McLaurin or Ford from Timor. I like Ford a lot this week. Terry McLaurin has one of the toughest matchups in football. Philly in the past 4 weeks, let's not do the season here. They've kept on par with their season at their top 8 versus the wide receiver in the past 4 weeks. On the season, they're number 2 versus the wide receiver. They've added Cooper DeJean from Iowa. He's been an absolute stud. I mean, man, McLaurin got 2 touchdowns last week. I know that JD5 can create the play and make anything happen too. That's just tough. I'm going Ford. Is it half PPR or full PPR, actually? If it's half PPR, I'm going Ford. If it's full PPR, I'm going McLaurin, but it's 50-50. That's the way I look at that. All right, let me dive into a pick'em card here. I need to make one while we're rolling here. Herbert, Estime, Gus Edwards. Javonte Williams rushing yards is at 39.4. Full PPR, I think Pierre Strong will see a lot of the pass work as well. So I'm going Terry McLaurin. But I do like Ford a lot. I think Ford's in for, Ford's probably your safe floor play. Like, I'd look at your matchup, and if you think that your matchup looks like he has a better roster than you, then I'd go for Terry. But if I look like I'm going to be in contention, like a close matchup, I'd probably play the safe play of Ford. What's up, JJ86? No Kamara, too. Kamara, dude, I just lost Kamara and Garendo in a big league as well. It's killing me. I'm definitely going Kendre Miller. He's going to be the starting guy. If there's no Tony Pollard, I'm going Tyjae Spears over Jaylen Warren either way. Jaylen Warren has such a tough matchup. So Kendre Miller and Spears for me, for sure. Also with Brenton Strange, be better played than Travis Kelce. God, man, this question, I've gotten asked this question, but this exact one like 20 times today between Twitter and YouTube. You got to play your stud, right? You have to play Travis Kelce, but I really like Strange a lot this week. But it's super hard to sit Travis Kelce in the semifinals of the playoffs. I'm not doing that. That's super bold. Mike says, I have the Chargers, Colts on the bench, start Green Bay this week. Oh, dude, Green Bay is my number 1 defense. If you can get the Green Bay defense right now, if you're waiver wire, that's the number 1 thing you should be doing. What's it say? Green Bay on the bench, start Green Bay this week. My opponent has Garendo. He has no replacement on his bench. Should I drop one of them? Yeah. Fuck yes. I love the block play. I love that you asked that question too. I do that a lot. And if there's Patrick Taylor on your waiver wire, I'm blocking Patrick Taylor for sure. That'd be my first choice. Would be to go get Taylor. And then Madison's going to get a lot of the rushing work. Abdullah will be the pass back, but I mean, Abdullah, he had a big game last week, but that's, aberration. Evan says start 2 half PPR, Rico and DJ Moore. I'm super high on this week. Lad has been balling. I'm still going Rico and DJ Moore. I mean, the matchup that the Bears have versus the Lions is probably the best there is on the week. And people just don't know it because of the injuries the Lions have. I mean, the Lions are just decimated. I cannot get anything going here, man. The splash will not fill up. Someone join the splash. Okay. I'm going to look into these now. So, Gus Edwards, 35. I'm not touching that. Javonte Williams, 39.5. That's interesting. I'll mark that. Kamani Vidal saw his highest snap share of the season last week. My absolute lock of the week is Cortland Sutton at 60, or lock of the game is Cortland Sutton at 64.5. The Chargers are getting blasted by the wide receiver 1. I don't know if I want to touch Quentin versus Sertan. Stone Smart is my other play that I like a lot, but I've already done this card a ton. Cameron Dicker's kicker points I like as well. I wish they had a Will Lutz one. I'm going to refresh. I just dropped Tyler Bass live on stream right here in a $500 league for Will Lutz in the semifinals right now. And just to show how much I like Will Lutz. And this is my match. This guy, I'm in trouble. So I don't know if I'm starting Kincaid. He has Jahmyr Gibbs and James Conner. Jeez. DJ Moore, AJ Brown, Kittle, BTJ, Chase, and Minnesota. It's going to be tough. I have Strange on the bench. I don't know if I want to go Strange or Kincaid. Actually, I'm not going Kincaid. We're going to change that now. I like Strange here. I also picked up Fryermuth. I have ETN, Tyrone, Tracy, or Spears. It's rough. Really, really rough. So I want to pull up the passing yards here while we're at it. Let me look at this here. So if I'm looking at wide receiver, how much are the Denver Broncos giving up an average of pass yards versus opponents with a winning record here? So I know they had that 500-yard game with Jameis Winston, which is just ridiculous. So it kind of teeter-totters the numbers. I mean, it seems like Herbert should go over this passing tonight. It seems like he should. His ankle's banged up. His rushing yards is interesting at 10, but he hasn't been rushing because I feel like his ankle's banged up. Javonte Williams, 39. Cortland Sutton. The long is 22.5 for Lab McConkey. I almost want to take the under. Let me see. He comes back week 15. Okay, let's see. I do not have it memorized in my head. His long was 20 versus Tampa Bay, who is a way worse pass defense. I almost want to take the under on Lab McConkey's longest reception. But I'm not going to do it. Whew. All right, guys. We got 2-3 minutes left. Fire away the questions. I got to go say what's up to the wife, and then we are going to lead right into Big Draft Energy Show. I am going to drop you the link here right now so you can see it. We're going to cover every single game up to Sunday Night Football. All the pick-ems we like. My man is an absolute genius. Make sure you smash him a sub. Make sure you check out his Twitter page as well. I'm going to drop the link in here right now where we're going as soon as this ends here. Join us in there. We might have another special guest. I have not seen my guy's Twitter post yet. I actually probably should retweet it. Hang on. Give me 1 second here. I know he's tweeted something. There we go. If you want to check out his Twitter as well, it is Big Draft Energy. Big Drafters headquarters will be live on his stream right here, right now. If you guys always want to see my rankings or miss the YouTube streams, my Twitter is right here. My mind is a weapon, same thing. Sending the link shortly. I got you. I was just talking about my guy BD. He's like fucking Beetlejuice, and he shows up. What's good, brother? JJ says, would you pick up Bigsby or ETN instead of Jay Warren? I'm definitely playing ETN over Jalen Warren. I don't like the matchup versus the Ravens. And ETN looked good last week. He got more work. The Raiders suck. I was just pumping you up. I was just talking about your Twitter. I was just talking about your content. I was saying we're going to your stream. I was saying I got like 2 minutes left. I'm going to say hi to the wife, and then we're heading over there. Amazing, amazing stream, guys. If you have any questions left, we topped at 45 views again. Absolutely unbelievable. Thank you guys for all the support. If you got any questions here, I'll take like 2 minutes, fire away. If not, stay in stream. It will take you right to BDE's Big Draft Energy stream. We'll be live there in 20 minutes. My voice is already going out. We answered so many questions. You guys brought the heat. Thank you guys for the support. And if you got anything in the next 1 to 2 minutes here, fire away. Are you making those sliders, babe? Okay. Just got home. Time to poop. Let's get weird. Let's get strange. Brenton Strange. All right, guys. If there's no questions left, stay in stream. It's going to take you right to his stream. Go click the like button. Click the subscribe button. I'm going to go say what's up to the wife. She just walked in the door. We'll be live on his show. And then I'll be live again tomorrow morning from like 9 or 12 Eastern to 1. Or sorry, 12 to 2. I hate doing Eastern time. I'm from Cali. So 9 to 11 PST time. And then I'm heading to Tahoe, so I'm out for the weekend. So I'll catch you guys on his stream. And then tomorrow, and then I'm out. Make sure you go subscribe to my guys. Show some love to the family. And I'm out, guys. Thanks for all the support today. Thanks for everything. Peace.